If you are arriving by car, don't get confused when you're traveling from south, from Hamburg. Depending on the route you are on, like Book of Spells, those routes on the Access Pass, you might be directed to use the A7, direction Kiel, Neumünster. This is not wrong. We have a big construction site on the A23, therefore they use both Autobahn, the A7 and the A23, for getting the traffic to the Wacken Holy Grounds. You might even be lucky if on your route it is set to use the A7, because you definitely don't get stuck in the traffic jam in this construction site. This construction site is pretty big, pretty long. I guess it might be a topic even next year in 2025 that there's still this construction work going on there. So don't get confused. If your route is via A23, use the A23. If your route is on the A7, please use the A7. So if you are traveling on the A23, there are two exits you can use, Itzehoe Mitte or Itzehoe Nord. On both exits there are supermarkets nearby. If you are arriving on the A23, you're not supposed to use this exit, Schenefeld-Wacken. You're supposed to take the next exit, Hanau-Hademarschen, because this exit is only for officials, for police and for ambulances, and of course I think so for the buses that came over from the train station. They might use this exit too. You are not supposed to do so. You will be arriving at the campsites from north. As you can see, I arrived on the campgrounds. This is the area near the old bus station. Why old bus station? Because we got a new one this year. The whole traffic is rearranged, reorganized. The bus station you are used to use the last years is now the old bus station. It still is a taxi stand, and you can still get there into the village of Wacken, but it's not used as the Busbahnhof any longer. It's not the bus station any longer. The bus station gets a new place near the campgrounds, camping only, over there in this direction. Regarding the pastoral lands, that's over 240 hectares we use here for the Wacken Open Air. It's pretty good in ground conditions right now, better than I expected. We didn't have much sun to dry everything up, so I expected a lot more of watery places around here. Actually, the grounds are pretty dry when I look at that here. When I take a closer look, you can see clearly the grounds are pretty dry right now. There are some spots, like over there, which seem to be a little bit more watery, and they even use those lines over there. So I think they organized that so that the grounds that are still a little bit wet are not used by any vehicles of any kind. They took a lot of effort actually to use mobile roads on those places where they have to use heavy machinery, so that the grounds there are much better protected than last year, and it's not as bad as it was last year on some spots. Actually, regarding the weather conditions we now have, I don't even think it's that much necessary. The weather forecast for tomorrow says the last expected rain should last during the day, maybe during the night, and it will bring around 6 liters per square meter. And that's almost it. The rest of the coming week should be dry, not as hot as today, like 21, 22 degrees, but still sunny, so that the grounds can even dry more up. I'm pretty optimistic that the travel conditions for arriving here are much better than last year. The problems last year arose due to the heavy rain while all the traffic was arriving, and that is not expected this year, so much better condition than last year. If you arrive by train, you will get here to the train station Itzehoe. From here, buses will take you to Wacken. The train station is without barriers. You can get here even while using wheelchairs. No problem at all. When you left the train station, just head to the right and then you arrive here at the bus stop. Right now nothing's built up, but this will change shortly. We will have like toilets over there in that area. And if you arrive on Sunday, you can use the buses for free. All guests arriving on Sunday get their wristband for using of the buses for free. If you arrive at Monday or later, it will cost you a flat fee of 15 euros. Repeat, 15 euros to get back and forth from Wacken to Itzehoe. You can use it as often as you like. Maybe for doing some shopping that might be useful for you. And now a first view on the infield. There are still some public roads open that I can use by bicycle and by foot. So here we see the infield, where you see all the lorries over there. There's the main stage, faster and harder, and a bit over here will be the louder stage. Everything's coming up, looking pretty good. If you remember that this was a mud fest last year, it was really complete mud. Right now it's pretty dry, even up here. It's not that much of a hassle. So that looks good for the festival this year. I'll now have a look over to the Wackinger area. Pretty much the same over here in the Wackinger area. That is where the stage will be, only the towers are already there. Very small. In the background you see the wooden hand, the Dio hand. Everything's pretty dry. The grass recovered greatly from last year. Only section I saw so far with a little bit more of water is here in this section. They really try to avoid those places. If you booked a special camping product like Bauer Uwe's Garten, translates to Farmer Uwe's Garden, or Residence Evil, this is what your places will look like. Actually they're pretty dry too, easily to access, and you get there from north, from the Autobahn exit Hanauer Hademarschen. But be careful to look that up on Google Maps, because there's one junction where you should go left and the main traffic stays right ahead. So make sure you don't miss that point. If you booked Camper Park, this is not here. This is another direction. I don't know about the traffic direction there because I didn't book that. Please look carefully in your description. In the background you see mobile service towers that help keep the network alive. That worked pretty well last year already. If you're only here with camping gear and you get a taxi ride by someone, then this is the area to go to. It's at the end of Griboom to the destination Beesdorf. This is the Kiss and Ride. You can stop here, unload your camping gear, but the car has to leave then afterwards in a matter of time. It isn't allowed to stay here for a longer period of time. Cars will get towed otherwise. So there you see, this is the direction to Beesdorf, and over there is Griboom. If you are on the new campgrounds W over there, this is a place a lot of people know from my videos from last year. This garden here is the place where the Viking ship lay and all the Halloween decoration around it.
Also das Wikingerschiff, das lockt hier wirklich die Leute an. In dem Fall hat hier gleich ein kompletter Streifenwagen angehalten, weil das wollten die sich nicht entgehen lassen hier.
Auf keinen Fall. Das kann man sich nicht entgehen.
Also so einen apokalyptischen Reiter hinter dir, das darf man sich auch nicht entgehen lassen. Ne? Also hervorragend. Es ist wirklich mega. Es macht hier einen Heidenspaß. Und dann schauen wir uns das Schiff noch mal schön an von der Seite. Jetzt ist auch alles abgeflammt. Und ja, der Wolf hat irgendwie was zum Futtern gekriegt. Ne? Der Kopf ist schon weg. Die Ruder sind dran, die Schilde sind dran. Der eine oder andere hat hier auch mal ein paar Körperteile verloren. Ne? Das kommt halt vor. Nach Fest kommt ab, wie man so schön sagt.
It's been a fun place last year. Christian and Nadine are selling this year. You can get breakfast here from 8 o'clock in the morning until 12 a.m. And they sell drinks too. If you're on your way from the campgrounds like W that are over there, you can easily go over to the village and get a resupply on Wegebier, on beer that you drink on your way to the village. So-called Wegebier. So here in the background you see the camper park grounds on W. Here you got your spot in the dimension you booked. You get 230 volt power supply on each spot. I don't know how to reach these places because I'm not booked on these spots this year. So look thoroughly in your papers on how to reach that. I would guess that you come from the Autobahn, from the A23, Hanerau-Hademarschen. After that place you might get directed other ways just to get the traffic off of the main roads so that the ambulances and the police can pass through. So don't worry, you will reach your destination. This used to be Camper Park 2, that was Campground Epsilon last year. I stood here, over there is my spot, or used to be my spot. It's pretty dry up here too, right now it looks good. So I don't expect any bigger problems this year. Well, that's been a workout. This bike is not a pedelec, it's not an e-bike. So I had to put my effort in this round over the holy grounds. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like my channel, stay on it. I can't do every video in English too. So the footage from the main festival will be in German. But a day later, normally, I can do English translations via the subtitles. So stay tuned, watch my content. If needed, activate those subtitles. I hope this works better than last year. YouTube then took like 2 days until I got the possibility to do some subtitle work for every new upload on videos. Hope this works better this year. So if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, press the button, press the bell. See you on the holy ground. Until next time, yours, Michael.